Hi! In this video, I wanted to show you 3 books that I read in 2023 and left a particular impression on me, and tell you my own personal opinion about them. And the first one is Fourth Spring by Rebecca Yarros. The story follows the life of the 20-year-old Violet Sorrengale, who is forced to enter Basgayat War College and to join the hundreds of candidates striving to become an elite squad of dragon riders. In a very short summary, the whole story focuses on the continuous challenges she has to tackle in order to survive, meanwhile finding out more and more secrets about the school and the world surrounding her. Okay, so I saw this book everywhere, on every top chart, and I'm always a bit suspicious towards very high books, but I'm also very intrigued by books that have very polarizing reviews, because it means it was able to emotionally affect its reader, whether it's love or hate. So it was the end of the year, the beginning of the holidays. I was traveling back to England to have Christmas there, and I was looking for a book that was light and engaging, so I was curious about this one and I bought it, and oh boy, it was just what I needed. Now I will get to the bad parts, what I didn't like in the book, but for now I wanted to list the likable features of it. 1. It is very easy to read, even though it's like 500 plus pages. The pacing of the story is done well, there are many cliffhangers which makes you want to read more and more, and the constant pressure and release dynamic of the story drives you forward in the book quickly. It delivers universal fantasies. Honestly, it was like reading a fanfiction, because the writer collected all these common cliches and tropes and just handed it to us. Like, the ordinary main character has to succeed in every hard situations constantly, or the ordinary main character is the chosen one, or the love triangle, or the rebel bad boy who is not what he seems like, or I can go on and on. And all these things could also go on the other list why I didn't like the book, because it also made it quite predictable, but I could forgive them because I wasn't looking for something very deep philosophical discussion just for pure entertainment. So if you talk about the things I didn't like in the book, was firstly the writing style, and I know I just said that it was easy to read, but it doesn't mean that it is well written. As I said before, it does have some very common tropes, and honestly the plots were quite predictable. I was only surprised by the twist at the end of the book, and the characters are not really developing or growing, and I'm actually angry how the writer layered down the male character into only one motive when he could be such more richer character. And also there are many plot holes and actions that are not very logically following each other, especially in the second book, because I've also read Iron Flame 2, but technically I can't talk about it because I've read it in 2024, so it doesn't belong to this video. But overall, I picked up Fourth Thing without any expectation. Is the writing amazing? No. Is the best book I've ever read in my life? No. But I don't think it has to be entertaining, and for me, that it delivered. The second book I wanted to show is Strange Weather in Tokyo by Hiromi Kawakami. The main character of the book is Tsukiko, who is in her late 30s and living alone when one night she happens to bump into one of her old high school teacher, Sensei, at the bar. He is at least 30 years older than her, retired, and she assumes he's a widower. After the first meeting, the two of them continue to hang out in every now and then, sharing food and drinking sake. And as the seasons go by, Tsukiko and Sensei slowly developing a kind of hesitant closeness that eventually turns into love. So why I like this book? It's fairly short novel, very well constructed, funny and moving, and very well written. I've read it a couple of months ago, and the best thing that I still remember how atmospheric it is. The story very well transmits the feelings and the emotions of the heroes as we encounter them in a phase of their life where they are both lonely and longing for something but doesn't know how to look for it. And all this done in the very small details of their ordinary everyday life. I also like that the writer was brave enough to use not the stereotypical love couple scenario. Well, unlike the previous book, and it makes me feel good that love and caring can bloom in many ways. You don't need to fall into a stereotype. And the food parts, I just love them. I can't really pinpoint any bad features of the book because I like the slowness and the melancholic atmosphere and the lack of grandiose twists and actions. Sometimes I didn't agree with the actions of Tsukiko, but that doesn't make it into a bad book. So overall, I like this book and I would recommend to read it on a rainy afternoon if you're looking for a slow-paced, not conventional love story. And the third book is On Earth We Are Briefly Gorgeous by Vuong. For me, this was the best book in 2023 and I haven't read a good book like this for a long time. Vuong's book is beautifully honest and a poetic confession about love, family, immigration, poverty, and the complexities of relationships. The story is narrated by a young man named Little Dog in his 20s who is writing a heartfelt letter to his mother. The letter explores their family history as they moved away from the war-torn Vietnam to an American city. So in these letters, Little Dog talks about his mother's memories of the war and the challenges of immigration. He also shows the intricate relationship with his mother. In addition, Little Dog grapples with his own feelings towards Trevor, an American boy battling addiction, with whom he develops a meaningful friendship and relationship while they are working in the tobacco fields. Okay, so the things that I liked about this book. First and most, the writing style. It's brilliant and it's gorgeously written. Vuong is truly remarkable as he pushes the boundaries of words and trying to capture the fleeting sensation of a genuine moment. I just want to read this quote as an example. You once told me that the human eye is God's loneliest creation, how so much of the world passes through the pupil and still it holds nothing. The eye, alone in its socket, doesn't even know there is another one, just like it, an inch away, just as hungry as empty. I like the very tangible sensations and descriptions of tastes and smells of the situations, and that he was also able to create the illusion of life in his book, like it's a living, breathing creature. My only negative thoughts on the book is that it was after a while a bit too illusionist, and since it was a letter for his mother who can't read his letters, we never got this release from the tension of the one-sided conversation. But other than that, it is a brilliant book, and this case the hype was well-founded around this book and I do recommend it a lot. So I'm curious if you have read any of these books. If yes, what is your opinion on them, or if you are planning to read them, put down in the comments below. There was one other book I really liked to read in 2023, Whispered by Ian Reid. But I've already gave a review about it in this video, so check out if you wanna hear more about it. Other than that, thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it and see you in the next one. Bye!